everyone, I'm Alex. Welcome to Storytime. I have all kinds of great stories for you today. We're doing stories about nighttime and awesome things like the moon and the stars. But before we get too far into it, I, first of all, want to make an introduction. This is my friend Buster. He's not here for any particular story. He's just here because I think he's fun and he's good company. Also, I got a couple things I got to tell you. First of all, if you like this story time, we have so many other great story times on AADL TV, so definitely check them out. Also, if you are looking for something to do, we have all kinds of great craft projects on AADL TV, so check those out too. We've got all sorts of good things for kids and adults. So, before we start with our stories, let's do a hello song. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. I'd like to say hello. So there are so many different languages you can say hello in. Do you know how to say hello in German? It's Guten Tag. Let's give that one a try. Guten Tag, friends. Guten Tag, friends. Guten Tag, friends. I'd like to say Guten Tag. How else could we say hello? I hear in India they say Namaste. Let's try that one out. Namaste, friends. Namaste, friends. Namaste, friends. I like to say namaste. How else can we say hello today? In Hawaii, they say aloha. Let's try that one out. Aloha, friends. Aloha, friends. Aloha, friends. I'd like to say aloha. Okay, one more time, but this time back to hello. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. I'd like to say hello. Alright, next, let's do a finger exercise. So for this, you're going to need your fingers. I got mine. How about you? You got yours? Alright, cool. We're going to do two little blackbirds. It goes like this. Two little blackbirds sitting on a tree. One named Jack and the other named Lee. Fly away, Jack. Fly away, Lee. Come back, Jack. Come back, Lee. Two little blackbirds sitting on the ice. One was mean, and the other was nice. Fly away, mean. Fly away, nice. Come back, mean. Come back, nice. Two little blackbirds sitting on a car. One was near, and the other was far. Fly away near, fly away far. Come back near, come back far. Like this. There we go. Alright, one more time. This time we're going to switch it up again. This will be cool. Two little blackbirds sitting on a pole. One was fast, and the other was slow. Fly away fast. Fly away slow. Come back fast. Come back slow. So fun. Alright, it's time for a story. This next story is Papa, Please Get the Moon. Before Samia went to bed, she looked out her window, and what did she see? She saw the moon up in the sky. The moon looked so near. Samia said, I wish I could play with the moon. And she reached out for it. But no matter how far she stretched her hands, she could not reach it. So what did she do? She went and she found her papa. And she said, Papa, please get the moon for me. And Papa, being a good dad, he said, okay, I'll give it a try. So he went out, he got a very, very long ladder, and he climbed it. But still, he was too far away. So he took that ladder, and he took it to the top of the mountain, and he climbed it, and sure enough, he could reach the moon. But, come to find out, the moon is very big. He said, oh, my daughter Samia would love to play with you, but I'm afraid you are just much too big. The moon said, it's okay, don't you worry. I will get smaller every night, and then eventually I will be small enough for Samia to play with. So sure enough, on the second night, Samia looked out her window, and the moon was a little bit smaller. And then on the third night, it was smaller still. And on the fourth night, the moon was in fact small enough for Samia to play with. So what did her papa do? He went out, he got his big tall ladder, he took it to the top of the mountain, and he climbed it. And sure enough, the moon was small enough for Samia to play with. So he took it down from the sky. He brought it to Samia and he said, here, Samia, I have brought you the moon. And Samia, being a good daughter, said, oh, thank you, Papa. So Samia loved the moon. She hugged it, she bounced it into the air, she danced with it, she jumped with it. And the moon just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and finally it disappeared altogether. So, with one night there was no moon. But the next night, Samia looked out her window, and what did she see? She saw a teeny sliver of the moon reappearing in the night sky. And do you know what she saw on the second night? She saw the moon get just a little bit bigger. And she looked out her window on the third night, and sure enough, the moon was bigger still. And on the fourth night, she looked out her window, and there it was, completely full, just like it was at the beginning of this story. Indeed, the moral of this story is that just like Samia in this story, the moon gets bigger and smaller all the time. When you look out the window every night, it will be a little bit different. The end. All right, you guys, I think it's time for another song. What do you guys think? Okay, awesome. Definitely time for another song. I think we should do the pirate song because it's so fun. All right, so let's do it. 1, 2, 3. When I was 1, I sucked my thumb on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea. When I was 2, I tied my shoe on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea. When I was 3, I tapped my knee on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea. When I was 4, I shut the door on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard the pirate ship and the captain said to me, oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea. When I was 5, I danced and jived on the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea. All right, you guys, it's time for another picture book. And this time I have Noisy Night, which I think you're going to super enjoy. I think it's so funny. Let's check it out. Noisy Night. What is going la, la, la above my head? La, la, la. A man is singing opera above my head. What is going ma, ma, ma above my head? Ma, ma, ma. A baby is cooing above my head. What is going ba, ba, ba above my head? Ba, ba, ba. A sheep is speaking above my head. What is going ha, ha, ha above my head? Ho, ho, ho. Cowboys are laughing above my head. What is going wah, wah, wah above our heads? Wah, wah, wah. A girl is playing trumpet above our heads. What is going caw, caw, caw above my head? Caw, caw, caw. A crow is squawking above my head. What is going rah, rah, rah above my head? Rah, rah, rah. Cheerleaders are cheering above my head. What is going cha, cha, cha above our heads? Cha, cha, cha. A couple is dancing above our heads. What is going blah, blah, blah above our heads? An old man is hollering, "Go to bed!" Oh, click. He's listening. And oh, isn't that nice? Everything is quiet and he's asleep. The end. All right, time for another song, and I think this time we're going to do the Grand Old Duke of York because it's so fun. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. That was fun, but I bet you we could go just a little bit faster. I think we should give it a try. Let's do it. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. That was kind of fast, but I think we could go even faster. Let's try it. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. That was getting kind of fast, but let's try even faster. Okay. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Okay, let's try again, but even faster still. Let's do it. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up, and when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Okay. One more time, but this time so super lightning fast. Let's do it. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Actually, one more time, except this time super lightning fast. Let's do it. All right. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Oh, man, that was so fast. That's awesome. All right, time for another story. Alright, you guys, it's time for another picture book. This time I have The Insomniacs, which is one of my favoriteest books ever. The illustrations are amazing, and it's a little bit gothy, and also just really delicate and nice, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Let's check it out. The Insomniacs.
The Insomniacs weren't always a night family. But when Mrs. Insomniac found a new job, Mother, Father, and little Micah traveled 12 time zones to their new home. When they arrived, they found that they stayed awake only in the nighttime. At sunup they yawned and stretched. They were ready for an 8-hour rest. Mother dragged herself to work and nodded at her desk. Father took pictures in his studio and then took 40 winks. Micah listened to her lessons, but sleepwalked through the science lab. The headmistress sent her home with a note. "I suspect Micah has sleeping sickness. Please see a specialist right away." "This won't do," said little Micah. "We have to sleep at night." That evening, the Insomniacs took hot baths, filled the crossword, pulled down the shades, and pulled up the covers. Micah counted to 1,000. Father sipped 6 mugs of milk. Mother tried a meditation, as suggested for her star sign in the evening paper. But by 3 a.m., they found themselves awake again. "Nothing helps," cried little Micah. "It's tiresome being awake all night long." "Let's have a family huddle," said Mother, and they puzzled over ways their shut-eye trouble. "Who rests the longest and the best?" said Mrs. Insomniac. "I wonder if our neighbors have better luck with bedtime." "We don't have any neighbors," said Micah meekly. "Not true," said Father, and pointed to the darkness beyond the window pane. "Lynx takes night cat naps. Reindeer stand up. And walrus drowse with one eye open," said Mother. "But bears bed down all winter long," said Micah. "We'll find the bears and ask them for their somber secrets." So, in search of bears, the Insomniacs trekked beyond the house, through the pines, into the cliffs, and found a cave. But there weren't any bears. Instead, they saw a horde of mice hanging upside down. I don't think those are mice. The cloud of animals roused and rushed into the night. They weren't mice at all. They dipped and dived and surfed the air, and they squealed with delight. And then the Insomniacs noticed. The darkness was full of life. "Why don't we give night a try?" said little Micah. The Insomniacs decided to live during the dark hours. At dusk they woke and ate a breakfast of nightshade vegetables. They dressed in midnight blue. When the moon rose, Mother tended a moonlight cactus, and Father watched the evening news. Micah wrangled her nighttime pets: an aardvark, an angel shark, a bandicoot, and a small-eared Zorro frisked into Micah's room. A fennec fox lived under her bed, and she fed him night beetles. Gross. The planets wheeled around the sky, while the Insomniacs toiled in the gloom. Father developed his photos in a dark room. Mother studied the stars with her telescope. And Micah attended night school remotely. And after work, they moonbathed and watched the fishes nipping at the surface of the sea. They went to the flower market and to the bakery, where the dough rose with the sun. They returned home on the quiet streets. They put away their groceries and their flowers. At dawn they went to sleep. They adored their new life. Every now and then, Sunlight crept through the blinds and climbed the walls and reminded me of the insomniacs of daytime. They opened the door and looked at the sun's glare that bleached the world up there. The dazzles made them blink and sigh and rub their eyes. I much prefer the night, said Micah. The Insomniacs didn't need the sun. They had the stars and the fireflies and the northern lights. We are a nighttime family, they all agreed. They shuttered out the early morning sky and bundled into bed. The end.
This next story is How the Stars Fell into the Sky. It's a Navajo legend. Now, after the first day gradually became the first night, First woman turned to First Man and she said, "The people are going to need rules to live by. Let us help them. Let us write the laws in a way that everyone can see." First Man thought that this was an excellent idea, because it was. So the two of them, they got together and they started to plan. First Man thought, and he thought, and he thought, and he was like, "I know. What if we write the rules in the sand?" And First Woman thought about it for a second, and she said, "No, no, because the wind will blow it away." First Man said, "Yes, that's true." So he thought, and he thought again, and he thought some more, and he said, "I've got it. We will write the rules in the water." But the First Woman thought, and she said, "But no, the waves will just make them disappear." Well, so they had not figured it out, and it was time for bed. So, First Man went to sleep. First Woman pulled out her blanket full of jewels and laid it at her feet. When she looked down and saw those jewels at her feet, she said, I know exactly what to do. I will take my jewels and I will use them to write the laws in a way that everyone can see. And that way, when people go from place to place, they can look up at the night sky, and no matter where they are, the rules will be the same. And parents will take their children out each night and teach them the laws, and they'll be written in the sky. So she began very carefully, one by one, slowly placing her jewels in the sky. As she was doing this, Coyote noticed. And Coyote, being a curious creature, he crept closer. And he said, "First Woman, what are you doing?" And First Woman said, "I am writing rules for people to live by, up in the sky, in a way that everyone can see." Coyote asked if he could help. And of course, First Woman said yes. So she took a jewel, she placed it in his paw, and he very carefully placed it up in the heavens. And they continued to do this. And Coyote noticed. He said, "First Woman, this is a very slow job. It will take us many, many moons to finish this." And First Woman said, "Yes, of course. But can you think of anything half as important as this? People must have rules to live by. And the rules should be the same all across the lands. Everyone should know." And she continued to place her jewels up in the sky. Now, when she turned her back to place the next jewel, Coyote did a foolish thing. Being a creature that did not like to do things slow, he took the blanket by four corners and he flung as hard as he could, and the jewels came tumbling into the sky in total chaos. First Woman saw what he did and she said, "Coyote, what have you done? People will not be able to read this and they will not have rules to live by." And sure enough, the next morning, people woke up, they left their houses, and they went about their day. And they did not have the rules to live by. And to this day, people do not know why the stars are jumbled in the sky. And people do not know why rules are different from place to place. And people don't know that it was Coyote and his foolishness that made this happen. The Alright everyone, time for just one more song, and like always, it's going to be Knees Up Mother Brown. That is like the best goodbye song I know. And to help us tell it, or at least to dance along a little, I have the incorrigible, the intelligible, the sometimes irascible Mother Brown. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and do it. You ready, Mother Brown? Looks like you're ready. All right, 1, 2, 3. There was a girl from Paris, France, who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, we had some stories about the night. Hopefully they didn't cause a fright. The only thing that we can do is knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, there was a teeny tiny man, or in this case, a lady, who loved to do handstands. All right, you ready, Mother Brown? Okay, looks like you're ready. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this might be the time. 6. Oh, so close. You're getting so much better at this, Mother Brown. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. All right, one more time. Oh, there was a girl from Paris, France, who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. All right, see you guys next time.